What?
Yes! Yes! We're here. We did it!
Third time's the charm. What is up, otaku, yaoi boys, and yiffers? I am Flitz, and you are watching GeekDown, your #1 source for fan wank and debate on the internet for the past 100 years. Believe it or not. Tonight's topic, the DC reboot. Is it a go or is it a no? That was creative. I rhymed because Roadblock from G.I. Joe was my inspiration for speech. Anyway,
Not jazz.
As I said, I'm Flitz, and there's another guy who, there's a couple other guys who are on this show, but they don't really, they matter. Whatever. Joven.
What's up, guys? I'm Josh Rovenshire, the Jovenshire, and I will be running you through our Pitch This segment that we do here on GeekDown, where it gives you, the audience, a chance to pitch us an idea, and we'll debate back and forth. We'll pick a winner for you guys to win some cool prizes. Today's question is, if you can reboot any movie, video game, any TV show, any song, what would it be? In order to play along this cool game that we do, we have some rules. All you have to do is go over to Twitter and tweet your answer. I almost said something naughty, guys. Go ahead and tweet your answer to us. But please, 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 put your answer first and then reply us at GeekDown Show in order to qualify. We will come back at the end of the episode and pick 3 of the top picks, and 2 will win our grand prize tonight, but don't worry, we have runner-up prizes for everyone. We're giving away shirts from nerdkungfu.com. We're giving away Xbox tokens for our giveaway that we will be doing at the end of the month. Yes, a free Xbox 360 with Kinect. But it doesn't stop there. The top 2 winners will actually win signed copies of Season 4 of The Guild. But we'll get back to why we have such special gifts as soon as we talk to the other Justice League member, Aquaman.
If that name sticks, I'm coming for you. What's up, guys? I'm not Aquaman. I'm Brett. You can read my name down there. Try to pronounce it. It's not Noob Chupacabra. It's Brett Noborikawa, and I'm going to take you through the geek-worthy news in a moment. But first, we have a very special guest tonight. So for an introduction to him, Flitz.
Our special guest tonight, you may or may not know him. Apparently he's won an Emmy. I got one of those. He's also the director of The Guild, and they're going on 900 seasons because it's that good. Mr. Sean Becker.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on the show, and I want to say congratulations on the stools.
Yeah.
This is an improvement. This is new, right?
Yeah, this
now
is new.
I can sit awkwardly instead of standing awkwardly.
Well, it was also because I was 5 heads taller than all the other guests.
No, I'm just short.
So is your seat adjusted for that?
My seat is
Not really.
adjusted.
You're actually higher than I am on your seat.
I have a short torso.
Oh, okay. Evens out.
Very sensitive about that.
So wait, are we actually sampling stools here on GeekDown?
That is filthy humor.
And also introducing our man in the booth. He's our director, our strip club DJ, and for a great reason, because his voice is amazing and he picks awesome music for the talent, Mr. Matt Robb.
Ooh, yeah. What's up, guys? How we doing? You doing all right? Hey! I'm coming to you in the lowest possible pixelation that I possibly can, so be sure to turn your internets really, really low.
You can now, internets now comes with a volume button.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it?
The entire internets. And also introducing your voice, the beautiful, the voluptuous, the very profane, Miss Candace Alejandra.
Wow. Did you just say the voluptuous? Wow, really? Really? Anyway, hi guys. This is Candace. I am your voice for the night. And we have great people in the chat right now, people from last week. We have Ripper12, the Wally, Miss Christina Lynn. Hey, Miss Chrissy Lynn, my fault. Anyway, great show tonight. So let's start this debate.
But before we start the debate, we want to get to know more about our guests.
Yeah, we do.
So, the Guild, that's your thing now. You have rampant WoW fans wanting your hand in marriage.
You are telling a lot of lies right now. I think people enjoy the show. That might be a slight exaggeration, but if that's true, then good. I haven't heard about it yet. But yes, no, the guild's doing well, yes.
And it's picked up for another season?
Yeah, we just finished filming our 5th season, and so we're rolling on episodes now. Episode 4 comes out. It came out on Xbox yesterday and online tomorrow.
And what other projects are you working on?
Well, in addition to that, I also wrapped the first season of the Jeff Lewis 5-minute comedy hour, if anyone is familiar with Vork from the Guild.
Okay.
So basically what we're trying to do now, and this is my pitch, the only reason why I came on the show, was to say, I don't know what DC Comics is. No, but basically right now what we're doing is we did kind of a pilot season. So we did season 1 just off of a lot of favors and a lot of very simple ideas. And so we want to do a season 2. So right now, we basically got this Kickstarter account going where we're trying to raise 25 grand, and I think we're just about to hit 19.
How long has it been going? Wow.
We did I want to say it was like a 40-day campaign, and we have 15 days left. So what we're doing is we're trying to put out more videos every day so that people aren't just watching the same original video.
Oh, awesome.
So those have definitely been helping. So if we can get that done, then we'll definitely do a season 2.
I need to start a Kickstarter campaign.
Would it be for yourself?
Yep.
What would it the goal
Kool-Aid
be?
and fried chicken.
How much do you need to raise for that?
I don't even know.
And what are the rewards?
A full stomach and Kool-Aid and fried chicken.
I'm in. Totally in.
There you go. He's backing it. So Sean Becker definitely you have a lot of awesome projects, and we'll definitely see more from you because a lot of people will be stalking you now that they know what you look like. Moving on to Geekworthy.
Whoa. Our sound guys.
No, that was the right amount. That was the right amount.
Yeah. Moving on to Geekworthy, Mr. Brett Nobody-kawa. Nobody-kawa. Hi.
Hi.
What do we have?
We all do that.
This is new to me, so I was a little behind.
Also, namaste.
Hi.
All right, so let's jump into Geekworthy. All right, guys, it was just announced today. Nintendo's Legend of Zelda series, the newest one, Skyward Sword, is coming out this November 20th. So, remember Nintendo? They make games that we like sometimes.
Yeah.
They're innovative.
So, they already announced their new console, the Wii U. It's not coming out yet. Is this game enough to bring back people to the Wii, to dust off all that?
Nope.
No.
No.
My opinion on it is I think that Nintendo, like, they feel the fanboys in us. We still play Nintendo because we remember the good old days. Yeah.
You still play Nintendo.
I still, okay. Every now and then I'll throw in the Wii just to maybe like get some Super Smash Brothers in to see all those classic characters. But I think it's getting old. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a gamer. I want video games. I don't know if Nintendo can keep up, no matter how much they tantalize me with a new Zelda game.
Are you saying kids can't be gamers? Because there was a kid at Evo that was 8 years old that was dusting asses.
Oh, I'm not saying that kids can't be gamers. I'm sure there's kids younger than me that will kick my ass at Call of Duty or Halo or whichever game. But you're looking at it from a marketing standpoint. Obviously, their demographic is much different than what it used to be, and definitely offset to what Xbox and PlayStation's doing.
Now it's all old people and 4-year-olds.
Yeah, because now everyone has a system that wouldn't normally have a system. Like,
And they don't play it.
They don't. It collects dust after a while, and
Who's still using their Wii Fit? Nobody. 0%.
But when Wii Flits comes out, sales come skyrocketing. Sales are going up.
How about you, Sean? Are you a Legend of Zelda fan?
I am, and I still have a Wii, and I believe that Legend of Zelda is going to be their swan song. Like, that's going to be it. So that's the only reason to still hang on to a Wii. Not a reason enough, I think, to buy one.
Even with the price drop?
What's the price drop now?
I think it's at $200.
Oh yeah, buy like 3 of them then, if that's the case. But no, I mean, it's hard because I feel like they're gonna go out and then all their focus is gonna shift now over to the Wii U. So it's like if you love Zelda that much, then yeah, of course, like get the system to play the one game. But after that, I wouldn't expect anything more.
And chances are it's gonna come out on the Wii U anyway.
Just like they did with Ocarina of Time.
That's the speculation. That's what a lot of people believe. I believe.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Twilight Princess too.
Princess.
They did a GameCube and Wii, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so in my opinion, no, I don't think it's geek worthy. It's fanboy worthy. How about you, Brett?
The fans are still going to pick it up regardless, even if it's the same game, irregardless if it's the same game that they've been playing since Ocarina of Time, with minor enhancements. But yeah, it's geek-worthy. I still got love for Zelda. What about you, Flitz?
Don't care. Moving on.
Sean, you got a last input there. You just
I think I was done with the first one. I can repeat what I said.
trust me, enough was said. Jeez. But let's actually go to our friends over at globalgeeknews.com to see what cool images they brought us this week that we can geek out on. Bam! We have a smart car with Batmobile life to it.
It's the least intimidating Batmobile ever. I think like even Nolan's like tiny Bane could just flip that over with one hand.
It's for the Dark Knight that also couldn't find a really big parking space.
It's the Batmobile pocket for Batmite. That is probably too deep for.
I applaud that joke.
Batmite, who's from
Big
the
fan of
fourth
Batmite.
dimension. Fourth dimension Batmite. Give it up for Flitz.
It's for the Batman with the really big penis.
He is not overcompensating by any
does not need a
means.
tumbler.
Doesn't.
Tumblr was the Batmobile that we just
You weren't talking
recently
about
saw
Tumblr
on the-
accounts and like, maybe.
Is it geek worthy? Do you guys think it's geek worthy?
I'm a huge Batman fan, and I hate smart cars, but I would drive this around in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
I'm a big fan of poking fun at smart cars, so yes, this is geek worthy.
I'd say it is geek worthy because hearing it, it's like, oh, it's a smart car designed like the Batmobile. And I'm like, that's a dumbass idea. And then I saw it, I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty damn spiffy. It made me use the word spiffy, therefore it is geek worthy.
Can I see the image once more? I feel like they just put wings on the back of a black smart car.
No, it has something on the back
That
too.
is not a jet turbine, is
It's
that
got
right
red
there?
trim. It's got red trim.
That is cosmetic. Like, if that if that works, then yes, geek worthy.
Okay,
If not,
I
then
agree. Fair enough.
how much does this thing run?
How about Candace? What are we looking at the audience? Is the audience getting into it or no?
Absolutely. Chumlodio says, I'll take one, please.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't
Put it in
know.
your pocket.
Some of the comments in here are a little inappropriate, but for us, are appropriate. So, dirty.
Cool. Well, all right. So we got that there.
Yeah, so I
Flitz,
guess
you want to take this
So,
away?
we're moving on into the debate. As a lot of you may know, a lot of you comic book fans and a lot of you confused fans who don't know the difference between a Marvel and DC Universe, you still think it's about Black Spider-Man. It's not about that anymore. The DC Universe is rebooting. Things are changing. They're backtracking, and their Batman is going back to not being known that he was real, and the Justice League's reforming. Everyone has chokers with V's on them. A lot of people are PO'd because it has this big history behind it, and all that is being either crunched down into a nugget of knowledge, or it's just being completely omitted. So the question is this welcome or is it not? That's the start. That's people. Inquiring minds want to know, how do people feel about this? I know a lot of hardcore fans, they're pissed.
What's really funny is for preparation of today's episode, I've actually been going around town to all the different comic book shops and really talking to people and kind of getting their opinion on it. And I was surprised to see that it was really split down the middle. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, no, I want my issue 900 of Detective Comics. I want to see Action Comics make it to 1,000. And then everyone else is like, you know what? Things are a little crazy. I'm down for the reboot. Let's see what they can do.
Well, the question is, can people really turn invisible? The question is it a marketing strategy? I mean, when Marvel came out with the Ultimate Universe, and that was, a lot of people thought it was a reboot. Come to find out, it's a different universe. This isn't a different universe. This is canon. Is it a marketing thing? Do they want to sell more books? I mean, a film is becoming a much bigger thing. Is it because they're trying to translate these into film? What do you think the purpose is?
Personally, I think it's a big marketing plan, but I'm okay with that. Sean, you said that you were a big Green Lantern fan. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, definitely.
So now, you're a big...
I answered your question.
Nugget of knowledge right there.
So you're
Green Lantern.
You're a big
rebooted.
Green Lantern fan, but you're also a really busy guy, right?
Yes.
So have you been able to keep up with all the comics and all the crazy storylines?
I have. I mean, I'm basically, as far as DC goes, I mean, I'll say this, between DC and Marvel, I love both, but I started off DC, and DC is the one I get more excited about and the one I follow more. Basically just the big the bigger titles like Batman, Superman,
Yeah.
and now Green Lantern. I'll admit I jumped on the bandwagon when it came to like Sinestro Corps War. That's when I started actually really getting into it. And I loved it because I thought the stories were great. And it led up to Blackest Night, which I loved.
African Americanist Night.
I apologize. We'll edit that out. And African Americanist Night, and but then that led into Brightest Day, and they lost me on it, and I was just it was just event overkill at that point.
Well, one of the things about the whole Green Lantern thing, Jeff Johns put so much time and work into revamping the Green Lantern. That's actually a lot of that is going to be canon. Hal Jordan became Parallax. The new Guardians do exist. A lot of the war still happened. All the new rings still exist in that universe, which makes it difficult because even though all the Robins existed, Batman did die, but a lot of it has been cut out. It's like, how did they choose what was cut out, and how does it feel?
See, and then that's the thing that I'm really curious to find out about, because when I first heard about Reboot, I just thought, like, literally starting, this is like zero knowledge, just hearing, like, they're going to do a reboot. And I had been following Flashpoint. I assumed Flashpoint was going, I'm sure we're going to talk about that as well, but I assumed that was going to result in this new reboot. So I'm thinking all new number ones, all new origins, all new storylines, new character models, obviously. But then I started reading more into it, and they're like, it's like Damian is still Robin, and we've got now Dick Grayson went back to Nightwing, and it's not that and I may be wrong on this, but like the whole deal with Oracle, which has been really controversial, is that it's not that all of a sudden Oracle is Batgirl again. It's that Oracle is healed and then becomes Batgirl again. So it's like it's almost in their plan. They announced it as a reboot, but it just feels like a enhancement of what we've got now, but like kind of like the starting over point, like which. So it's not like we're completely starting over. Like the events of the Killing Joke still happen.
Yeah, it's more like they're just simplifying what happened.
But is it confusing though? Like they're simplifying by making things more complicated. So they're not really going to be bringing in new fans who don't know the story because they still have to catch up on story for this new story.
I disagree to a degree. I mean,
they still have to
sell the back. They still have to sell the back issues. And they are keeping a lot of Batman as well. All the Robins that existed were Robins. They turned Robin. Batman is still pretty much incorporated, and all the Robins were interns. The Robin project is an intern project. It's just very, very strenuous and very extreme.
I don't know if I'm okay with that. I'm for the reboot if we haven't gathered that yet. But the whole thing that they're doing with Robins, all the turmoil that comes from Batman and the different Robins that we've had all have a different history, I think that's important. And just to be like, you know what, you guys are interns. Now,
Robin Incorporated.
Pretty much.
The whole Death in the Family series where Jason Todd bites it from Joker, that was intense. And apparently that is still going to happen to some extent because we do have a new comic coming out called The Red Hood and
Outlaws.
There you go. And that I'm looking forward to because we'll see.
Which is essentially Outsiders.
Yeah.
So that's I don't like the Robin initiative that they're going with it, but I am still pro reboot.
Here comes some.
There are a lot of Batman books as well. I mean, we're spending a lot of time on Batman. Candace, what does the chat think? What do they think so far? Are they like, oh, boo, reboot, or this is dumb and I don't like it?
Or I thought this was about the reboot of Charlie's Angels.
No.
What?
Yes.
No, it's the reboot of Reboot.
A lot of really great things going on right now in the chat room. Cup check. Would you guys actually see new series after the completion of the reboots? Nerdiest Kids is making a lot of great comments saying that rebooting is to broaden the line to get new readers from all genres into the universe and into comics.
Yeah, and you know that's something I really want to touch base on real fast.
It's a great point.
Hold on.
Oh, blue screen.
Almost.
It's fine.
Well, no, because when we edit. Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, we only see that. Cool. Oh shit.
No, this is
I
good.
see a blue screen right now, so I'm freaking out. Like, okay, we need to cut this out. Marketing.
I see an idiot.
Yeah, thanks. This guy.
Let's talk about the big changes to this whole DC Comics reboot
The
thing.
Justice League origin. They're showing the Justice League come together.
So they don't just appear together now.
No, but the interesting thing in reading the previews that I've read is it's almost akin to All-Star Batman and Robin.
Nothing.
No, I'll agree with that to continue this conversation. No, I will, and that's funny because I read the preview too, and it takes place 5 years prior to whatever the modern. But by the way, what is this going to be called now? We had Silver Age, Golden Age, Modern Age, this new Modern
It's
Age.
the Diamond Age, son. The Platinum.
Are you coining it?
The reboot.
I would have.
The grill age is upon us. And so, but no, and I really enjoyed it because you saw a grittier Batman, and there was definitely shades of that Frank Miller Batman and All-Star Batman. Love it or hate it.
I think a lot of people love. That's where so many people after reading that series, I'm the goddamn Batman, and it was that Batman that put that in your face, he was that.
He was intense.
And now he's got a Twitter account. Very popular.
Follow him. He's hilarious.
But no, yeah, that's kind of what I felt from it. And I got to be honest, reading it, I mean, here's the thing is, like Josh said, I'm for the reboot, and I'll explain a couple reasons why. But one of them is I'm super excited about a Jim Lee, Jeff Johns Justice League book that's going to come out of this. That's going to come out.
Jeff Johns
and
being an amazing writer.
Yeah, and also he's doing Aquaman, Green Lantern, of course.
Yeah, the guys that did Blackest Night and Darkest Day are actually coming in to really pump up the Aquaman image to make it more of an intense storyline.
Yeah, exactly. But as soon as I even just heard about it in the release, of course, in doing this, the initial response was just, I felt like it was 90% just people disapproving of it and everyone hating it. And I follow Jim Lee and Jeff Johns on Twitter. I'm sure you guys do. And it was a lot of defensive positions, and I didn't follow what happened at Comic-Con, but I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of questions. But they need to deliver on this, and from what I've seen so far, I'm really excited to see what they come out with, because as long as it results in good stories, I'm on board. I'm just hoping, my biggest fear is that they make all these super teams for all these books, and then it's for 5 issues, and then we start going somewhere else. But I don't know that. But for now, I'm excited to read these stories.
And I haven't been reading Flashpoint, but Flashpoint plays a big role in it as well.
I was telling Brett about it, and what we have going in Flashpoint, it's a 5-comic series, and the 5th one comes out on the 31st, which is actually the canon going into this new reboot. Right. And let me tell you, I wanted to read some Flashpoint so I can end some of the confusion, and I think I became more confused in the process. And that's why we need a reboot. There's too much stuff going on.
There's too much stuff going on to cause this reboot.
Exactly. In this case, we're going to give away some spoilers, but please go out and read the comic. It's necessary. You have Flash, who's remembering this time that used to be, but apparently Reverse Flash went back in time to switch things up, and now everything else is crazy. Superman never made it out into society. The big shocker at the end of...
Kurt's dad died.
Kurt's dad died?
Kurt.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one,
Yeah, with Scott.
Which, when I read... What? Oh.
And it was Martha and Bruce who died.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, at the end of the first comic, you find out that it's not Bruce Wayne anymore, it's actually Thomas Wayne. So in this alternate reality that's taking place, Bruce Wayne got shot as a kid, and Thomas Wayne kind of went out for revenge. So when I started reading, the first comic of Flashpoint, I'm like, why is Batman, throwing people off cliffs? What's going on here? I'm like,
He's acting like he lost his son or something.
Jeez, what a goddamn Batman. I don't know. How do you feel about the confusion that is going into the DC reboot,
I'm
Brett?
confused. Looking at it from the outside, I have no idea what's going on.
So are you for the reboot then?
I am against it. They should have done what Marvel did and set up an entirely separate universe to retell the stories for a new generation, but not alienate the fans who've been following it for all these years.
So then
they can do things like kill off Xavier, kill Peter Parker, have a Blaxican Spider-Man, where those things can happen safely in their own little world.
The funny thing about the DC universe and being heavily into it, a lot of crises happen.
Yeah, and so that's why I was thinking if they did do their own Ultimate Universe line, which I guess they kind of tried with the All-Star line, which lasted 1.5 series there because the Batman one never finished. But I mean, just knowing DC and what they've done in the past, I feel like that they would introduce this kind of Ultimate line, and then a couple years down the road, they're gonna discover each other, and all of a sudden there's gonna be a new Earth 2.
But yeah, because
I mean,
they did, and that's oh my gosh, that goes so far. But if you think about this, DC they constantly reboot. They're just really soft reboots. You think about. Their whole policy is someone dies, someone picks up the mantle. Someone dies. They don't do it they don't do it with their big three because they tried it and it failed. Where Mon-El became Superman and it was like,
well, you lost me there. What?
Yeah,
big
exactly.
Three?
We're talking about
the big three, the DC big three: Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. That's their big three.
Okay.
They tried to reboot them. They had a male Amazonian who was the champion of the Amazons. He didn't last. They were like, he's gay, and it was like, doesn't matter. Dick became Batman along when he was teaming with Robin, and that lasted a bit longer than Mon-El being Superman. Ultimately, it didn't work and they realized because if you think they passed the mantle of the different characters constantly, so they're constantly rebooting. This is just a really hard reboot. Essentially. And
is it though? Yeah. Is it really a hard reboot? Because it's people are thinking, oh my god, they're just going to start over with everything. From what Flashpoint seems like, it's just, hey, we're going to have like an alternate reality and keep going from here. It's not starting from the beginning. It's not that hard, if you will.
You're the only person reading. No. You're the only person reading Flashpoint right now.
Well,
I'm reading it.
See? Sean's
You're the only people reading
And it's
Flashpoint.
confusing. It's not confusing. I enjoy it. Well, Flashpoint, we can go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, no, go take it. What do you think about Flashpoint?
I was hoping you would finish yours so I can come up with something.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not as drastic as people are thinking. The worst part about the reboot is that it's resetting the numbers, which to the fans, no, I don't think is completely fair. I think they should just, yes, let's start these new storylines from scratch and then keep the numbers. Let's see if we can make it to issue 1000, because it's going to take forever to get there. But at the same time, marketing-wise...
Toy.
Yeah, the Irish came out for a second. But at the same time, marketing-wise, it is the smartest thing that DC has ever done. They are constantly losing to Marvel when it comes to marketing.
Well, regarding the numbering, I mean, I can't imagine when, they get to the equivalent of 1,000 issues of Action Comics that they're not going to celebrate that. Like, I mean, for all the people who are really upset about all these milestones, I feel like maybe Detective Comics not reaching 900. I think Batman's about to reach 700 or 800. But Action Comics, that's a huge one. I have a feeling that when they do get to, because I think they're like at 905 right now or something like that. So when the 95th issue of this new Action Comics comes out, they may reset the numbering to 1,000. I feel like that I can't imagine them not recognizing that.
Do you feel like, speaking of marketing and strategy, also announced was the digital download model.
Yes.
Do you guys feel like that was a business plan? That was a smart. This is a smart business move for them. They're just doing it for money.
Yeah, it's just a big ploy. This big reboot just happens to coincide with their new same-day digital distribution, and it's too much of a coincidence for me. Like, it's just trying to bring in new readers with these new storylines. And new readers that weren't going to comic shops, that they can just download it on their iPad.
Is that a bad thing, though? Like, why is that a bad thing?
Yes, because it's burning all the people who've been following it all these years just to bring in these new people.
The market,
it's the Nintendo model.
The market has opened up to a much larger audience. Why should we exclude everyone else that's digging this?
They can always catch up. They have the trades in stores. They can just read up on that and just catch their way up to the new story.
But it's not fair, though, because like trying to read a trade, like even the front story going into the trade cover, it's completely wonky.
Yeah, they have trades that come from before that trade,
Like if you want to read Final Crisis, you've only got to read 50 years of past continuity to get Final Crisis.
That's what they have Wikipedia for the lazy people.
No, if you have to, then I've had to do that lately too. If you have to read a comic book, then visit Wikipedia. You may need a reboot, and that is not a Jeff Foxworthy parallel joke. I apologize if you thought that. I will not say another joke like that again.
Then how about they just
hypocritical for a moment though? As far as the digital downloads go though, I gotta be honest. When Green Lantern the movie came out, I once again jumped on the bandwagon and saw that they had like an app and you could download all the comics. My first exposure to digital comics. And so the thing I like about it is that when you scroll through them, you go panel by panel, which I like it because it tells the story in a way to where you're just going piece by piece. I hate opening
And you
up.
don't spoil it.
Well, I hate opening up a page and there's a splash page of someone dying on one side, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna get to this in a second, and I'll read the rest. And so, but then I like to support my local comic book store, so like I feel guilty having to do the digital download. Plus, I don't have an iPad. Is there a giveaway?
That
Or?
part.
Is there a good one?
Hey, Candace, what's the audience thinking here? What are they going with?
Let's see, Cup Check, Miss Chrissy Lynn, Movie Matt, Nerdiest Kids. It's a great thing comic shops are dying for people like myself who don't have a comic shop. They can finally keep up digital.
It's called Amazon, bitch.
That's actually that's a really good point. Yes.
CheapGraphicNovels.com.
There is the Amazon shop. Now, like here in the Hollywood area, we have like 3 different comic book shops in like a mile radius. But you have to understand, like some places, they have to go like 3 counties over to find a good comic book
Like
shop.
El Centro, California. Who lives there? Nobody.
But
Sorry, viewers from El Centro, California.
From the crowd.
so El Centro representing here in the live audience. Yep.
So the reboot. Do we support the reboot? Is it a go or is it a no? Do we want to see our favorite superheroes reborn and flourish again and take different paths that we already know? Or should we stick to going through 3 crises and confusion and people dying, and now the question's a woman, and now there are other planets that are surrounding Krypton that have a red sun and work under yellow sun?
Screaming out right now, by the way.
What do we got?
People are literally screaming out in the chat. Weasel, yes, we support it. The Wally, I think it's lay dumb.
That must be French for dumb.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I do.
Ripper 12, not really. TC Dubs, yes.
Direct answer.
Oh, wait, what is
Kinda.
this? Dick Nam, what's a reboot?
Wikipedia.
So to the visitors just coming in.
Oh, my girlfriend's tuned out a long time.
All right. Well. I'm sure we have strong opinions here on our panel. So I'm just going to point to you. You say yay or nay. Support or don't support. Support or don't support.
Yay.
Nay.
Yay.
I'm yay as well.
What?
Can I name that?
We converted it.
Were you
over to a
yay before
No,
this?
I was in a nay. I was apathetic. I did not care.
You're in the may.
But I do enjoy reading new stories and seeing our heroes in new situations. And I feel like this definitely is the platform for that. So, soapbox.
With yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be me.
Looks like you're on the
You guys
soapbox.
just staring me down.
So, Brett's nobody cover. Hey.
Late again.
All right, let's get right to it. I do not support the DC reboot. It seems like a pointless marketing ploy just to sell some digital comics. It's burning all the old fans who have been following these comics over the years. The people who want to start reading the comics, they have the perfect entry point. It's called the movies, right? it summarizes the origin story, makes it perfectly. I'm getting boozed.
Audience chiming in.
It's so easy. Like the point of access is so simple. You don't even have to read it anymore.
It's better than an audiobook.
I mean, I guess so. But Marvel did it perfectly. They rebooted their storylines for a new audience with the Ultimate line. They set it off to the side, let people read it if they wanted to, and left the original stuff alone. Like they didn't piss off the fans too badly.
Except for the racist after they found out Spider-Man was black.
that was funny. That was funny.
That was a minor.
It was a
Little
minority.
hiccup, little
Yeah.
hiccup in the
Just a little speed bump.
Well,
Yeah.
Brett stated his case. You either side with him or you don't. He is definitely the minority in this situation. And at the top of the show, Mr. Jovenshire told you about something called Pitch This. So we're going to get back into that.
Let's go. Pitch this. All right, so we're gonna go to the very lovely Candace Alejandre for our top 3. Am I seeing more numbers? No, he's just raising his hand.
3.
Top 3 picks for this week's Pitch This, which the question was, if you could reboot any movie, music, book, TV show, video game, etc., etc., what would it be? Candace?
Okay, guys, so we have your top 3 that you have submitted. We have System Shock, we have Running Man, and Quantum Leap. So System Shock was by STA Sta Adam, Running Man, Kelly Frags You, Quantum Leap by Agent Coop 007.
Ooh, that one's.
Can you repeat those? Repeat those, please. I was daydreaming. I heard Quantum Leap, and I wanted to say, oh boy, and my brain just went to Quantum Leap. Can I get the 3 again, please?
One more time.
One more time.
Okay, so we have System Shock.
I don't know what that is.
Video game.
Oh, okay, cool. Go ahead.
We have Running Man, and we have Quantum Leap.
Wait, the Running Man, the dance? You want a reboot of the dance? Someone just needs to bring it back.
Can you do it for us right now, please?
Come on, Matt. Let's see that Running Man.
Can you do the Running Man right now
room
for
up
us?
in the booth?
I think everyone else should be doing the Running Man right now. Do it, Running Man, do it.
Wait.
What do you choose?
We are in chairs. Yeah. We finally get chairs. You want us to stand up? That's blasphemy. Let's look at our top 3.
Top 3.
Personally, I was always a huge fan of Scott Bakula in Quantum Leap, so I'm gonna put my vote with Quantum Leap, not Squantum Leap.
Scrotum Leap. Scrotum Leap. It's new.
No, here's why I think Quantum Leap would be amazing. Look at Doctor Who. Look how Doctor Who had this huge jump back into popularity. Every woman swoons over the new Doctor.
Maybe you do.
David Tennant. But seriously, I think Quantum Leap could do the same thing that Doctor Who's doing. It's like, all right, we're still stuck here. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I want a reboot of Quantum Leap. Only because System Shock already got rebooted. It's called BioShock. Yeah, and I don't need any more 80s nostalgia reboots with Running Man.
I am actually going to go with Quantum Leap as well. I grew up watching a lot of cartoons. I hated live action shows, but Quantum Leap is definitely a show that held my attention. And I also don't want to see any of these current generation wrestlers trying to do the Running Man movie. Or, oh man, that would be horrible.
Could you imagine that
one Eminem guy wrestler trying to do
It wouldn't be other
John
wrestlers.
Cena?
It would just be Jesse Ventura again.
I want to see Quantum Leap with only a cast of wrestlers.
Female wrestlers.
But no, yeah, I don't know, I'm going to repeat what everyone else said. Also, I was kind of tuning out. So basically, no, I would love Quantum Leap. I got to be honest, I have never seen Quantum Leap. So a reboot would be a first experience for me.
That's
it's the same thing with
reason.
Doctor Who. I had never seen it until the new ones, you know. And I haven't caught up completely, but I'm enjoying it so far. So, but I would like a reboot of Sledgehammer, if anyone knows about that show. And obviously no one does, I just made it up.
Peter Gabriel song?
Yeah, let's reboot a song.
Really?
All right, Candace, who gave the answer Quantum Leap?
Quantum Leap was Agent Coop 007.
Cool. All right. Well, now so we have our top winner. Who would we put as our runner-up there? Static Shock or
System Shock.
So,
They said
I want to reboot a Static Shock. But this time he's Mexican.
Just nullify everything Dwayne McDuffie accomplished.
so System Shock or Running Man for our runner-up.
Running Man.
Running Man.
Yeah, Arnold.
With Arnold.
With Arnold.
Kenyan. Make him black.
It's always
Too
got to be
obvious.
black.
All right.
Blaxican.
is the running.
So there we have it, our top 2 winners. We'll contact you through Twitter. But all three of you have won a token for our Xbox 360. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? It distracts me. It's not cool, Flitz. It's not cool.
ADHD is fun.
So, but like I was saying, you won tokens for our Xbox 360 giveaway that we do at the end of every single month. So you've been thrown into that drawing. But our top 2 winners have won shirts from nerdkungfu.com and a signed copy of Season 4 of The Guild by Mr. Sean Becker over here. So congratulations.
And that has been GeekDown. We have rebooted the DC Universe. We'd like to thank our guest, Sean Becker.
Thank
Very
you
gracious
guys.
guest.
Thank you guys. This was a lot of fun.
Very fun indeed. It's nice to get down and nerdy.
If I can ever talk about hockey or comics, it's a good time.
Sweet.
It's hard to find people to talk to.
So
I'm a
Canada
very
and
sad person.
sweatshops.
Can we say Running Man with Flitz?
Yeah.
Running Man with Flitz. Farquaad, Running Man with Flitz.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not Kenyan. Sorry.
No.
We'd like to thank our sponsors,
Yes.
Jobin.
All of our sponsors, like I mentioned, nerdkungfu.com, Global Geek News. Also, check out the Kamikaze Expo that's coming up this year. It's going to be a big event. We want everyone to show up. It's going to be amazing. But Brett, where can we find all of our cool stuff that we do?
It says right down there, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/GeekDownShow. Follow us on Twitter at GeekDownShow and hit up our website, geekdownshow.com. See all of our behind-the-scenes blog. You're going to point like
Don't
Flitz
forget
and all
to
the
check
episodes.
out The Nerdiest Kids, where you want to get all your friggin' news and information and awesomosity. Check out 8-Bit Zombie, all fresh nerdy gear. You definitely want to check this stuff out. I wear it with pride. And you can follow me home, where I will feed you special cookies.
He won't feed you.
What would you like to press on?
You can go to watchtheguild.com to watch the latest season of The Guild, and you can go to 5 Minute Hour. You can even type in 5 as a number or letter, 5minutehour.com for the Jeff Lewis Show. And then you can also visit me at Sean Becker on Twitter and find out things like what I had for lunch and how bad traffic is.
Epic.
That has been the Geek Down Show. We have master debated. Good night.